Hey everyone, Mars here, bringing you guys the news in the flash. Let's get into it. I told you guys that I'd be doubling up on music news for this episode, and man, I am glad I did because there is a lot of shit to talk about for this week. Without further ado, let's jump into it. We start things off with a story that is probably one of the most disgusting stories I've reported on since Joel Favor, and that is YouTuber Austin Jones, who is best known for his a cappella covers of various bands like Pierce the Veil and My Chemical Romance, and he has quite a large following on YouTube. Now, some of you might know him because of 2 years ago he caused a bit of a fury on social media when it was exposed that he was asking female fans for twerking videos. Well, the reason that 24-year-old Mr. Jones is in the news is because he was charged in federal court on Tuesday with child pornography and could be facing 30 years in jail after he allegedly coerced female fans who were underage into sending him sexually explicit videos. A criminal complaint was filed against him by the Homeland Security Investigations, and in it states that Jones, during a video interview with the HSI, waived his Miranda rights, which are basically your rights to remain silent, and admitted to using Facebook to have interactions with a number of teenage girls, and also admitted to using it to have sexually explicit chats with girls. This complaint focuses on him contacting two underage girls, both 14 years old, known as Victim A and Victim B. They are, of course, underage, so their names were not disclosed to the public for their own protection. But they did release the conversations that Austin had with them, and they are absolutely disgusting. In one post to Victim A, where Austin is trying to get her to send him videos, he says, "Now you need an intro to the video. At the beginning, get super close and say these lines. Hey Austin, it's blank, and this butt is blank years old. And then make it clap for 30 seconds. Got it?" End quote. After that, he kept trying to get her to send more and more videos, each time with him making new demands on what she should wear, what she should do, the poses she needed to be in. And when she expressed any sort of hesitation, discomfort, a desire to not continue, or even if she wasn't doing as good as Austin wanted her to do, he would resort to saying things like work really hard or telling her that she wasn't giving him a boner. He would also instruct her to say things like, "This ass is only blank years old." Victim A actually ended up sending 15 videos to Austin through Facebook, with 10 of those actually depicting her exposing her anus. Victim B was a similar situation, only with Jones resorting to more manipulative and aggressive tactics as he used his own popularity to get her to prove that she was one of his biggest fans by doing various sexual acts. Let me just read off a string of messages that he sent to her and give you guys an idea of just how fucked up this dude is. So he messages her after he's been trying to get her to spread her butt cheeks apart, and he says this: "I can't see it. If you really are my biggest fan, you would do it. You're doing so good, I need my biggest fan to be confident. It'll be so funny if you do it without them. Like, as soon as you spread them, OMG, we'll both laugh. I'm trying to help you so much. I have to see your butthole to know for sure that you care 100%. And I'm just going to stop there. It keeps going, but it's just disgusting. It's absolutely fucking horrifying. And I honestly didn't think that Joel Favor could have been topped this year after what he did, after what he was, well, I should say what he was caught with. But as disgusting as it was, and don't get me wrong on this, what Joel Favor did was absolutely fucking disgusting and absolutely horrifying. But as bad as it was, at least he had the fucking decency to not involve his underage fan base in it. At least he had the decency to not manipulate his underage fan base, which I know there is one, because you go back to that Joel Favor video and you scroll through the comments and I guarantee you will find them. At least he had the decency to not involve those people in fueling his fucking sickness. Let's move on. I don't want to talk about the story anymore. It's pissing me off. But I do want to know what you guys think about it. And I will leave links for the stories down below. I'll leave links to the news sites that broke the story and the criminal complaint that was released. Mind you, that does go into a lot of graphic details, so be warned on that. Moving on, though, A Day to Remember has announced they're heading on a new U.S. tour in late July and ending in October. They're also bringing along Moose Blood and Wage War as support. Tickets are on sale now if you guys are interested. Mastodon has announced they're extending their North American tour with support from Eagles of Death Metal and Russian Circles. That tour kicks off this December and runs all the way to October as well. On top of that, they're also heading to the UK this December for a tour. And we get to Five Finger Death Punch. If it's not something about lawsuits one day, it's their frontman losing his mind the next. It honestly seems like a cycle at this point with this band. And I've got to say, will somebody please make sure this guy gets the fucking help he needs? So during their concert in the Netherlands, Tilburg to be precise, Ivan Moody was nowhere to be found during the start of the show, leaving the band to bring in Tommy Vext of Bad Wolves to fill his role. He finally does show up after a couple of songs, and what ends up happening is what fans are reporting as a shit show, with the band playing out of time with each other, walking off stage after songs for a couple of minutes only to re-emerge, guitarist Jason Hook flipping his shit and slamming his guitar on the ground in frustration before walking off stage during Burn MF, and Ivan Moody announcing that this would be his last Five Finger Death Punch show, which is something he's now done twice in a span of a few months. He pulled something similar back in April, claiming afterwards that it was a mental breakdown. Now, Five Finger Death Punch, after all of this went down, actually announced they're heading on a new Euro tour with In Flames, leaving many people scratching their heads as to whether Ivan Moody was actually going to be there or not. Well, we got our answer when Ivan Moody released a statement saying that he is entering back into rehab to sober up again. Five Finger Death Punch has announced that they will continue on in the Euro tour dates, with Tommy Vext filling in as Ivan gets the treatment, which will hopefully last him this time. I really do hope this guy gets better. I really do hope this guy sobers up. But I'm hoping for the dude. Let's move on. We got a new music video from Green Day, and let me just say, the song, the video, everything about this just screams 90s Green Day vibe. And I love it. I freaking love it. I still haven't gotten a chance to listen to their new album yet, but just hearing this song and seeing the direction that they went into, I'm actually really excited to go check it out. After I'm done recording this episode, I'm probably going to go grab that off my shelf and give it a listen to. We also got a new music video from PVRIS with their new song, What's Wrong? Check that out below. And unfortunately, Austin Carlile has announced that he is back in the hospital. He was actually airlifted there via helicopter. He right now is currently undergoing more surgery after it was discovered that he has 2 cysts growing at his lower spine. Dude, Marfan syndrome just sounds like an absolute nightmare. Like, I really feel for the dude, because this thing just sounds like it's absolute hell. I really hope there comes a day when he can have this thing under control and just live a normal life. But all I can say is pray for the dude, hope that he gets better, because this thing sucks. Finally, Queens of the Stone Age has announced their new album, Villains, which is set to be released on August 25th through Matador. With this announcement, they've also released their first single for the album, which is called The Way You Used to Do, and they've also announced a new North American tour with Royal Blood. That starts in September and runs through late October. You can check out the dates below. I don't know if the tickets have gone on sale yet, but if they have, I'll leave the links below for you. Thank you all for joining me. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, dislike if you didn't, subscribe if you want more, and I will see you all on the next one, which will be the Monday Music Recap, which will have a ton of stuff on it because there was a lot of news that I didn't get a chance to post on here. Yeah, it's been a busy week this week, guys. But yeah, I'll see you all on that one. Mars out.